So today we will clarify about the concept of some congruency such as SAS congruency, ASA congruency and AAS congruency. So let us first discuss what is the meaning of SAS congruency. Okay. So here you can see there are three terms. S stands for side, A stands for angle and this S stands for side. Okay, so in SAS congruency it tells you that two side, okay, these are two side and the angle, as you can see here is the angle which lies in between this side and this side. See, SAS. So here the angle lies in between this side and between this side, so it is the middle side, middle portion. Understood? So according to SAS congruency it states that if in two triangle ABC and triangle DE and F, suppose here is F, okay, now in two triangle if any two side, suppose we choose this side, right, this side and this side, similarly this side must be equal to this side and this side must be equal to this side. Suppose we take it as S1, it is as S2 and this side is S1 and this side is S2. Clearly look at this. Now we have to find which third condition, which is the third condition, the angle. Then since in a triangle there are three angles, then which angle should we take so that it satisfies SAS congruency? That is most important thing. Okay, so how we can find? See, if we choose angle B, suppose we choose angle B, which angle? Angle B. Now you can see the angle B has two arms. One arm is BC and another arm is BA. Okay, so angle B is related to or is connected to side BA and side BC. Okay, and side BA is known as S1. But side BC, does it known as S2? No, it doesn't known as S2. Understood? It means B is not the included angle. So how can you find an included angle? An included angle is that angle whose all the two arms are related to both the side S1 and S2. Understood? For example, if we take angle C, okay, this angle. Now tell me, what are the two related arm or what are the two arms of this angle? One is BC and other is this one, SC. Now this SC is called S2. Now coming to BC, does BC called S1? No, this one is the S1, so BC is not S1. Clear? So BC is not S1. That's why C is not the included angle. It is also not the included angle. Okay, suppose we take angle A. Now what are the two arms of angle A? See, AB and AC. Okay, so here AB is S1 and SC is S2. So all the two arms of this angle are related to other two sides S1 and S2. This is clear. That is why now this angle A is known as included angle. This is our main task. Okay, how to find the included angle. Understood? So according to SAS congruency, if this side is equal to this side, if this side is equal to this side, and the included angle, that means the angle A is equal to angle D, okay, then these two triangle will become congruent. So what are the condition here? So the conditions are, this AB must be equal to DE, okay, SC must be equal to DF, okay, and the third condition is angle A. You have to write this one in the middle portion. Suppose I am writing here, okay, is equal to angle D. So this stands for S, this stands for A, this stands for S, and these two triangle now become congruent. Triangle ABC is congruent to the triangle DEF. Understood? This is SAS congruency. So don't be confused while finding the included angle. This B and C are known as non-included angle. Okay. So let us now understand the another two congruency of triangle, which are known as ASA congruency and AAS congruency. Actually, we are confused whether to follow or whether a triangle follow ASA congruency or whether a triangle follow AAS congruency. There is a little bit confusion in that, finding whether it follows ASA or AAS. So let us clarify our idea about that. Okay. So what does the meaning of ASA? ASA, here A stands for angle, S stands for side, and this A stands for angle. Here as you can see, the side lies in between these two angles. The side lies at the middle position. Okay, or you can say it is surrounded by, it is bounded by two angles. Why it is placed in this position? It is placed in this position, that is why this side is known as included side here. Okay, that is why this side is placed in between two angle. But if you consider this case, here as you can see, this stands for angle, this stands for angle, and this stands for side. But here the side is not at the middle position. No, it is at one of the corner. Okay, it is not placed at the middle position. Here you can see in the middle position there is an angle, but here in the middle position there is a side. So this side is known as included side because it is surrounded by two angle. But here this side is not included. You can take any side, but you shouldn't take included side because here S stands at the corner region, at one of the side region. Okay, did you get this? So let us understand it by simply figure. Suppose we have two triangle ABC and triangle DEF. So what does mean by ASA congruency? According to ASA congruency, it states that if any two angle, you can choose any two angle, there is no boundary about that. You can choose any two angle. Suppose I have choose this angle and this angle. Understood? Similarly, for this angle is equal to this angle for the triangle DEF, and this angle is equal to this angle. So we have choose this angle and this angle. Here this angle and this angle. Okay, so you can write angle A is equal to angle D, and angle B, I am writing here angle B is equal to angle E. This is clear. Now we have to find what? We have chosen this angle, but we didn't have choose till now this side, included side. Then since a triangle has three sides, then which one is the included side? Can you find it? Let us find. Since a triangle has three sides, one is SC, one is BC, and one is AB. So a triangle has three sides. Now for the side AC, it has two vertex, vertex A and vertex C. Now vertex A is included to which angle? Tell me. Vertex A is included to which angle? Angle A. Vertex C is included to which angle? Angle C. Simple. Okay. Now tell me, we have chosen which angle here? We have chosen angle A. But do we choose angle C? See, do you choose angle C here for ASA congruency? No, we haven't choose angle C. So AC must not be the included side. Clear? Coming to the BC side. Now BC has two vertex, vertex B and vertex C. Vertex B is included to which angle? Angle B. And vertex C is included to which angle? This is angle C. Now, do we choose this angle? Vertex angle B? Yes, we choose this angle. Do we choose angle C? No, we didn't. So it must not be the included side. Understood? Next, coming to the AB side. Now for AB side, we have two vertex A and B. Now vertex A is included to angle A and vertex B is included to angle B. And here as you can see, we have chosen angle A and we have chosen here angle B. So this side has two vertex and all the vertex have two angle, and this two angle we have choose here. This one and this one. That is why this AB, it lies in between two angles. See, vertex A and vertex B. So it lies in between two angles, angle A, angle B. That is why this side is known as included side. Understood? So this is the included side that we have found. We have found AB as an included side. So if we choose AB as an included side, then this must be equal to this side. Clear? So this stands for angle, this stands for side, this stands for angle. So by ASA congruency, these two triangle must be congruent. This is ASA congruency. You should not take SC and BC as included side. No, you cannot take it. Okay. For example, if there is a figure like this, ABC, it is given that this angle and this angle we have chosen, and this side we have chosen, this side. So can this follow ASA congruency? Tell me. Though it is A, yes. Though it is also A, yes. But its included side is this one, not this one. No, this is not the included side. The included side must be placed at the middle. So if we choose SC, then it must be included. But here we have chosen BC. So BC is not included. So it doesn't follow ASA congruency. Okay. So this is ASA congruency. Now let us discuss about what is AAS congruency. As I have told you, in AAS congruency, the side is not the included side. It is non-included. Then what is the meaning of non-included? Here we have discussed. These are known as non-included. For example, if there are two triangles, ABC and DEF, okay, and in this two triangle we have chosen two angle, this angle and this angle. Similarly, here also we have chosen this angle and this angle. Okay, so angle A is equal to angle D. Clear? Angle B is equal to angle A. For AAS congruency, we should not use included side. We have to use non-included side. Then tell me, for angle A and angle B, there are how many non-included side? If we will choose BC, then does it a non-included side? Let us find. B has two vertex. B is included to this angle and C is included to this angle. So since we have chosen angle A and angle B, yes, B we have chosen. Does we choose angle C? No, we shouldn't. That is why BC is the non-included side. For example, we have taken SC. Then SC has two vertex. Vertex A is included to angle A and vertex C is included to angle C. Though we have chosen angle A here, but we didn't choose angle C. So it is also not included side. And if we choose an angle, side AB, then it has two vertex, angle A, angle B. And we have chosen this two angle, so it is the included side. Okay. Hence, for AS congruency, we should not choose included side. No, we should not choose included side. We have to choose a non-included side. Since there are two non-included side, so we can choose any one. Suppose we have chosen side BC. Then it must be equal to this side. Okay. Now it follows AAS congruency. Now I think you are clear about what is ASA and what is AAS congruency.